Welcome to another Todd's
2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday.
brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday. Hey everybody, got a couple questions here, and I'm going to go ahead and cover them, okay? Now, I'm just going to cover your questions about what you have about RV. I know that we have winter here, and Christmas is almost here. So, I'm going to go ahead and answer your Christmas questions, and I'm going to try and fashion these questions as though they came around Christmas time. Here's my question, Todd. I'm putting the Todd in there because they didn't do it. They just said, here's my question. We bought a used RV, yes, unseen. ... Right? We bought a used RV, yes, unseen from a friend. Boop. I'm going to say former friend, right? Who had it parked at storage for 2 years. So he said, right? We drove it to our property to park, and now we live in it. And when we got it moved up here, we started living in it, and we found that the toilet was full of poop. TP and dried out. All right, full of poop / TP and dried out. Ampersand. All right. We tried adding water with different RV toilet chemicals, but it will not dissolve, and we are parked permanent before we found this. How do we get it empty so that we can use it? We've been going outside in a compost toilet, but the winter is coming, and I'm too old and sick to get up in the middle of the night to pee outside. I don't care how old you are. If it's cold outside, it's too whatever to go out there. Please help. Well, here's the thing. If those treatments aren't working, one thing you can try in desperation, okay? And you can try this, okay? You got all that poop and it's all dried up. Get yourself a 5-foot piece of 1/2-inch PEX, okay? 5-foot 1/2-inch PEX. And there's 2 fittings that you're going to get. Now, you got to write this down, okay? You're going to get 2 fittings, okay? The fitting that you're going to get, I have to put a fitting on that PEX because what we're going to do is we're going to hook it up to a water hose, and I'm going to have you go through the toilet, shove that PEX down the toilet, turn on the water hose, and shoot water down through. Now, you got it. There's a valve you got to have, but from the valve, I've actually got to turn that PEX into a fitting. So you need a 3/4-inch garden hose thread, GHT, female, to a 1/2-inch barb fitting. Did you get that? 3/4-inch garden hose thread to a 1/2-inch barb fitting. So what we're going to do is you're going to heat up the PEX just a bit and shove that barb fitting into the PEX, let it cool down, and then go ahead and put a little bracket on there, okay? So now what you've done is you've taken the 5-foot piece of PEX and you've put a fitting on the end. Now there's another fitting that you need to get, and this is going to be a little ball valve, and that'll be 3/4-inch GHT garden hose thread male to a 3/4-inch GHT garden hose thread female ball valve. And the only place to find those, and the best place to find those, is on Amazon. Okay, don't go to your local big box store to try and find those. They don't carry those. So the ball valve or shutoff valve, you're going to hook it up to your water hose. One side of that ball valve, the female side, you're going to hook up to the male side of the water hose. The male side of that ball valve, you're going to hook up to that PEX, right, with that little fitting on there. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you can have the water on, but probably not since you've already got a bunch of poo in there. Turn off the water to the toilet, okay? Now, you got to open up that toilet, open up the blade seal, and you're going to take that 5-foot piece of PEX hooked up to a water hose, so a 50-foot water hose, bring that into the RV with it off. I mean, don't be spraying water all around the RV. That would be really dumb. Put it down into the toilet, okay, as far as you can. Don't just, put it in a couple inches because you turn that water on, you're going to see it again. I want you to get it down there as far as possible. Now, when you hit the bottom of your black tank, just push a little bit harder and it's going to bend. And that's what we want. We want that to get into the bottom of the tank and then bend. Now, when it's bent, turn it on, okay? So you got some dried crusties in there. The only thing that you can really do is try and just flush it out. So 2 ways of doing this, and one is to do that DIY method that I just showed you. Cross your fingers and hope that works. Now, before you do that, open up your gate valve, because that water's got to go somewhere. Okay, open up your gate valve. Now, if you see water rising, don't freak out, turn it off. That's what that ball valve is for, so that you can control either turning it on or turning it off. So does it make sense? Now, if that doesn't work, quite honestly, you're going to have to hire a professional to come out, a professional black tank cleaner. They have a device that can come up the backside with high pressure water, low volume, but high pressure water, and kind of break all that up. Okay. If you can find someone in the area, it may be cheaper than getting the parts. The parts themselves are going to be about $50. For someone to come out and clean your tank, probably $150. It's not really cheaper, but it's not as expensive as you think. Okay. Have them come out to clean your tanks and they'll break all that stuff up for you. It is possible. So there's two different ways of doing it. Hey, there's your poo-poo Merry Christmas tech tip. All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today. Now for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers. You ready?
I am ready.
This is autumn Santa. Well, no grays coming in. This is all black. Ho ho, and how you doing? I'm not going to sing this year. I'm not going to sing anything. So you're sitting there watching, thinking I'm going to just drop some melody. No, you have to pay for these vocals to actually sing. I'll give you the tech tips for free. But you want me to sing? Better pay up.